Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jeremy Hills. You are watching Third and Longhorn. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Look.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another special interview edition of Third and Longhorn. This week, we have Gavin Holmes with us. Gavin, thanks for rolling through, man.
What's up?
Man,
appreciate you, man, for having me today.
No, thanks for being here, man. We've had a lot of people come through so far, but I believe you're the first person we have who's come through the portal. So I want to hear a little bit about how you got to Texas, but also like kind of what that process was like for you.
Yeah, so first one from the portal, really, that process for me, it was kind of like really different from my high school recruiting. Coming out of high school, I wasn't like a big offer guy. I think I probably had 2-3 Power 5 offers by the time it was time to go. So really, kind of like just being in the portal was really different for me. I was hearing from a lot of schools that I haven't heard from, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a big change. And really like kind of just Texas was one of those ones that I was like, wow, like that's different. And it just, I think it kind of had like this mesmerizing factor on me, but it also kind of inspired me to like somewhere I want to be and push me to go harder, you know what I'm saying, compete more.
Tell me about Coach Joseph, Coach Terry Joseph, because he's from Louisiana too, if I'm not mistaken. But by the way, my mom and daddy swamp people too, man, so they from Louisiana. Shreveport down there, already. But tell me about Coach Joseph, man. I want to know about his personality. What's his coaching style like?
Yeah, man, Coach Tijo, man, he just like the rest of us, big competitor. You know, he kind of set like the tone for the room. Him being a New Orleans guy too, you know, we kind of joke around a lot about actually his school. We played against them. They was in our league, our district. So we kind of whipped up on them a lot. But just this past season, they finally beat us. And, you know, he was talking trash, you know, but that's just the type of dude he is. He competes in everything he do, man. So he kind of set that edge in the room for us, and we kind of just follow suit with him.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love how you and the coach go back and forth and playing around that camaraderie that y'all have. I think that's really important. Speak to that, because I'm out there at the practices and I see him cracking jokes or fussing, right? And you really have to turn it on. All right, he's joking or he's not joking. How has that camaraderie with your coach and the DB group, because DB group is different. DB group is different, man. They got the most pride in the world. Like, and I'm gonna tell you this, DBs, that's the hardest position, especially cornerback. Hardest position on the field. I know Oak over there looking like the hardest, but look,
that's what linebackers saying that too.
I agree. It's the hardest position. You could be a zero or a hero on any play. So now physically it's probably not, but mentally or whatnot, it's the hardest position on the field. That camaraderie that you have with your coach and the coach being able to have that chemistry with all the DBs. How has that dynamic helped you to be who you are on the field, to let your personality show?
And I think that kind of start with just the relationship at the beginning, and kind of just being able to distinguish playtime and work time.
Yeah.
Because I think it's easy to kind of like get those two confused when you have a coach or like a position group that could kind of like joke around a lot of compete. We always competing with something. And I think like Coach Tijo, he do a good job of kind of setting those boundaries for us. Like, okay, look, this is the time to do this, and this is the time to do this, and we know we're gonna work, and we know we're gonna do this. And I think like you said, cornerback, the hardest position on the field. So I think that's really important for our position group to be able to distinguish those two things in between each other. And I can see us kind of like figuring those things out more and more like as the year went on. So,
And just to expound on that, how do you keep your confidence playing cornerback position? Don't get me wrong, I know safeties is hard too, but when it comes to cornerback, how do you keep your confidence when things don't go well? Because that's a big deal. Like,
man.
To keep it.
Swag. I keep the swag.
Yeah, you gotta keep it. Because they gonna catch a few balls on you, and you gotta be mentally strong at that position.
Right. And I think, my biggest thing I had to learn this year, and Coach Tijo, he taught me that was the confidence comes in a process. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can feel like you're the best player out there, but at the end of the day, it's gonna show if you're not putting in that work and going through that process diligently. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where your confidence gonna come from. And I think really playing cornerback, you can't lose your confidence. So being able to like know you put that work in your mind and be able to fight that voice in your head that's telling you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But no, I know I did it.
Yeah.
So I think that's really big right there.
That's what's up.
Nice. Well, let me ask you this. First of all, getting back to DJ, I agree. Corner
This is Rod's moment. This is Rod's moment.
It's the hardest position on the field. And that's why D linemen rush our ass off. We know y'all got it bad. We know that.
That's what's up. All right.
I believe that we're the best athletes on the field. That's my argument. We'll save that for another day, though. We'll save that for another day.
I don't disagree with that. I've seen the big boys run at the combine.
That's what I'm saying.
That's way more impressive than little small guys running fast.
We're Fozzy at. But no, let me ask you this. So you go from playing in Winston-Salem at Wake Forest, 32,000 people in the stadium, to coming to Austin, Texas, almost 100,000 people in the stadium. What's that experience like for you on game day?
Good question.
Ooh, man, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing like DKR filled up to the top in orange, you know what I'm saying? It is different, yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this, though. Who's the biggest trash talker in that DB room, man? Because I'm a DB. We had some trash talkers in that room, man. They all talking trash.
I ain't gonna lie.
Give me who got the best heat when it comes to talking some trash? Who throw the best shade out there?
That man Terrence gonna talk a lot. Okay. Jade, you know what I'm saying? Man, he just, you know, those guys, they just feel like every day they walk, they just feel like they're the best in the room. And we all feel like that. And if you don't feel like that, you need to get out that room. Because
amen, bro.
All of us feel like that. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to feel it if you don't.
Yeah.
So you don't talk that much trash?
Oh, no, I talk trash. They know that too. I'm one of the biggest talkers for sure. Okay. You know, I'm going to give them their little shine. I'm going to let them know, you know, they talk, they do their little thing.
Well, then DB's talking more trash to any other position group?
Yeah.
I figured. Hey, you know what? Time never changed.
Well, along those lines, out of everyone you've gone up against or went up against last year, let's start there. Who talked the most trash on another team to you?
That's a good question. And honestly, I could probably say Golden. Golden.
Really? For you guys? Your teammate now.
That's awesome.
Right, he my teammate. Me and him, like, you know, we laughed about it. We was going at it early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Talking back and forth. And
That's awesome.
yeah, I think that's crazy.
That's pretty good.
So,
I like that.
Coming from Wake Forest, training camp probably not as hot, right? You know, and being able to be a Longhorn, it's so hot. I have nightmares of thinking when I was here. I'm talking, Rod. I'm talking about doing warm-ups and doing like stretch. I'm looking like, man, why do we have our helmet on? It's so hot.
Yeah.
So what was that like? That transition? Was it a big challenge for you?
Really, like, man, that Texas heat different. I can't lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Out there on that turf, you could feel the sun just bearing down on you, like, you know. But it was definitely different. But I definitely, and being from New Orleans, kind of like a more humid city.
Yeah.
I kind of like was used to it a little bit, but just that heat, it's no good. Used to this heat right here. I ain't gonna lie. So,
Yeah. No doubt. We always said the running back was like the sun was like a running back escaping the clouds. Like that juke in the clouds. You never get that cloud cover. All right, I know. Oh, you got something else? I got.
You got.
So I'm a DB. I'm excited.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I want to ask you about film study. How much film study are you guys doing week to week, and how much extra film study is done week to week? Because we would have film study parties. They'll go in the dorm or go to somebody's crib. Somebody order some pizza. Somebody order some, something to drink. We kick it, and we sit there and just watch film and break down film. How much of that is going on with you guys, with the young bucks?
And you know that's happening every day. We watching film every day, man. Especially with the guys that just got here. They kind of getting in with the assistants. You know, Pat Crawley. Them guys, Coach Gay, kind of just starting to understand things a little bit. But you know that film, that's every day. That never stops. Even when you go home, that you picking up that iPad, you got to get those clicks in. So really just making sure that's kind of not like a task and kind of more like a hobby for you to just pick that pad up and watch some.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, no, I mean, you watching film the way you're doing it, you're already ahead of the curve. I know Rod said they had film study parties. I guess we just lost in my generation. We did outside of the meeting room. We did not watch film. They were giving us DVDs back in the day.
That, yeah.
I know y'all got the iPad, so that's a little easier. But I'm not taking this DVD and putting it in the game system. Like that's not about to happen. But
That is true. That is true. You're right.
but transitioning, a guy like Ryan Watts gave us a ton of production last year. We see him walk. Are you excited to step into that role, and what do you feel like the expectations for you will be?
Right, and I'm extremely excited, but I definitely don't follow expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because I do like to kind of set stone for myself. I believe in everything that I do. I want to say at a better level, but I'm confident in my abilities and what I bring to the table. So, kind of those expectations is. I kind of, I push them to the side. And, I just get excited for people to see what I do, what I could do, really.
Well, Gavin, when you got here, obviously coming from as a transfer, coming through the portal, coming in later, who were the guys on the team that kind of took you under their wing or helped you kind of acclimate to Austin and get comfortable at Texas?
Yeah. Well, just as soon as I got initially, Ryan was the guy off the jump. Him and Jade, kind of just helped me like get used to that transition because people think like, you transfer 1 year and it's just a easy shit, but it's not always an easy transition for everybody because at the end of the day, you meeting a whole bunch of new people, you get into a new environment, new situation, learn new everything. Yeah. And I think like kind of having those guys like Ryan and Jade definitely helped me kind of like with my transition into Texas.
I want to ask you because, when I played DB, we had 3 wide receivers on campus that were some of the best in the country.
Big
Roy
time.
Williams, you too young to know the names. Roy Williams, B.J. Johnson, Sloan Thomas. And I made sure every time I went up to one-on-ones that I had one of them dudes I'm going up against. Because them dudes I knew was going to NFL wide receivers.
This is true, man.
You have that luxury. Yes, you had it. I think you still will with these guys coming in. But when you went up against Xavier Worthy, A.D. Mitchell, Jay Witt, those guys are NFL caliber players. 2-part question. First of all, which one of those guys is the toughest to cover? Second of all, how did it improve your game getting to go up against those guys and go to battle every day in practice?
I like that question.
Definitely. Iron sharpen iron. Like you gotta love the competition, especially somewhere here at Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got guys at each position that regardless, when you line up, you gotta be ready to go. And I think speaking on AD, J Witt, X, they the perfect example of that. You know what I'm saying? That's dudes that every time you line up, they going hard. And if you're not going hard, it's gonna show because they gonna embarrass you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think keeping that iron sharpens iron, just that helps. And I kind of hardest to cover. I know you was waiting on it.
I gotta know that. I got to know.
They all got different skills.
They do. They very
definitely
different.
do. But I'm gonna have to go with AD. Man.
I was thinking, I'm like, I know he gonna say that.
But I feel why you say that though. I know why you.
It's the combination of size and like
body
and
control.
like he just, AD just a different.
He want to do so you got him covered, but still they ain't no guarantee you gonna be able to defend him.
Yeah.
His body control and his catch radius off the chain, man. X-Man just scared the hell out of you because once this man got you beat, you beat.
Once he's even,
Once he's
different type of wheels. That's it.
Once this man got you beat, you done.
That's it.
Nice.
Well, man, I say you picked a great year to transfer to Texas, obviously like with the success, but also the college football playoff game happened to take place in around your hometown in New Orleans. So what were the ticket requests like? / how many new friends did you have that week? Like,
it was crazy. Everybody was trying to get tickets, and I was like, man, I think I only got like 1 or 2. They only gave me 1 or 2 for my mom and dad. I was all telling everybody, but it was just everybody. I wish I could have had a ticket for everybody. Man. I know it was a big moment for me and my family, so I had to make sure they get in there. But I wish everybody could have came.
Was it cool though to get to play in your town like that?
Definitely, yeah.
That's cool.
Full circle moment because my senior year in high school, we actually went 13-0 and went to the state championship. Whoa. And the year we went, they switched the state championship location to Tulane Yeoman Stadium, where they previously all the years before it was in the Superdome. So like a few years back, they switched it back. So really getting to play in the Superdome, I think it felt good. But I wish we could have, got it done. But that's a different story.
Staying on that topic, whenever you go, so I used to play for the Saints for 2 seasons, and I think New Orleans got some of the best food there is out here. Whenever you go back home, what's your first meal? Or what meal are you looking forward to whenever you go back home?
Ooh, that's hard.
That's good right there.
I'm gonna have to say Probably some red beans and rice.
Okay.
That's simple. I don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know it's good.
So. You know what I'm saying? My mom, I come home, I smell the red beans and rice. My mom just cook up good. That's all I do. You know what I'm saying?
You need no protein up there, no meat.
He's getting pumped. Just talking about it.
I'm thinking about it.
His face, he just happy to look at you.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I like any meal my mom cook, really. Anything.
Is it all the home cooked stuff?
Yeah, I
So
think
nothing
it's
in
just
New Orleans?
yeah.
It's all the best stuff, the home cooked stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, you know, there's some good restaurants all around, but ain't nothing like mom.
So you're in Austin. Austin's known as a foodie town.
Yeah.
Well, you got a couple of spots in the ATX that you kind of your favorites?
I don't know about favorites, but I definitely been to a couple spots out here.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Papados?
Yeah.
How does that hold up to New Orleans
I like
style?
Papados. That's, you know what's crazy? That's my mom's favorite restaurant. Okay.
Whoa.
So, like, when I went out here, like I seen Papados. I like, mom's Papados out here. She's like, yo, you gotta go. I got me some Papados. It was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. If Papados is considered
it's
legit
good.
Cajun.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm ready.
They got the stamp.
That's Houston, right?
Yeah.
It started in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. I got more if y'all ain't got it.
No,
You
this is,
keep-
dude,
yeah,
it's
keep
your
going.
day.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to stay out your way.
We're all looking at you.
I just that's about DBs. Okay, how often do you guys, because you work in the corners with Coach Joseph, do you get a chance to work with Coach Gideon? Is it all safeties? Is it sometimes a collaborative effort with you guys?
Some days, like maybe a couple days out of the week, we might meet together in the morning. But
Yeah, it's like
for the
DB unit?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's a DB unit. But for the most part, you know, we separate from them.
Do you like to play? What's your favorite type of coverage? You want to play man?
I'm a man.
You want to play man? You want to play press man?
Yeah, I like press man.
Oh, okay. Are y'all playing more press man? I think I noticed it in the last 2 games. You ain't got to give. Don't be giving out no schemes. I don't want Coach Joseph, Coach Gideon hitting us up. But I think y'all are playing more aggressive press man. I saw that later on in the year, right?
Yeah, and you know that's all about a mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who we want to be, and like that's who Coach embraced us to be. You know what I'm saying? He tell us every day, man, I brought all you here for one reason, to cover. So cover it.
I like that. Oh, do y'all get to make your own decision about when y'all want to press and when y'all want to play off technique wise? I went too
At
far.
times,
I went off the air. We'll talk off the air between me. It was privileged information. My bad. Too much stuff on the air.
I love how activated we got Rod there. He's like coming alive. We need to get more DBs.
Y'all talk about the history of DBU there?
Yeah,
Like
you
at
know, we
Texas?
definitely touch on it. And
Big time.
our biggest thing, we want to set like a new standard, man. Like we know what y'all, we know what's upholding, we know what it is, but the biggest thing for us, like we kind of like just the standard. We want a new standard. I think that's like, it's all about building that new standard.
Yeah, every DBU group, man, they gotta kind of make their own legacy.
Yeah,
Make their
you know
own
what I'm
legacy.
saying? Yep.
That's what y'all trying to do. Okay, speaking of that, because we used to have a little celebration. And I talked about me and CJ about it. We used to have a celebration, all right, and we talked about how we expected to have success as DB, so we had celebration ready to go. DJ, man, we do the high five, we do a jumping high five. It was clean. I don't know why it was stupid too. Actually, we would wear ourselves out doing a jumping high five right after a deep ball. And I got to go back and cover on second or third down. Probably not the
And
smartest.
that ain't just one high five. It was like everybody.
Dude, it was like
dunking on somebody.
It was like, okay,
How are you?
So, do y'all have a celebration that the DBs do? Y'all got a little something?
Yeah, we don't really have nothing specific that we do with each other, but we all got like a different dap individually with each other.
I seen that. I seen that in the pregame. Okay.
Yeah, you know, we got something that we do with each other. But
All right, I'm gonna challenge y'all. Have a little something ready.
we gonna have to do that.
Y'all gonna be that good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Expect success.
That's
And
what's
when
up.
you expect success, you have a celebration ready. Not anything, you don't have it to be too over the top.
Yeah.
Just a little something that's y'all's.
that we already
Y'all's
know,
signature.
Yeah.
That's good energy. I like that.
Yeah, we gotta come up with something for sure.
Yeah. That's my challenge.
I like that. I like that.
Well,
Like
looking forward to next season. Who is that person on the team? If you had to pick somebody that the people don't know about yet, that you're like, that guy's gonna blow up next year. Who's
Defense
that
or
person?
offense?
Either.
And I want to, once you answer that, I want to piggyback off that question.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's tough right there. Defensively, you know, I guess I give a guy from both sides of the ball. Offensively, a guy that I would say I like, who's really working hard right now, is DeAndre Moore.
Okay.
You know, he every day, man, he come to work. You know, and he my locker mate, so you know it's kind of this little competitive advantage that me and him got. I'm like, well, you working today, or you know what it is? So, you know, kind of just like that, and I know he likes it, so I could kind of like joke with him like that with him, and you know, he definitely somebody I like right now. And on the defensive side of the ball, I would say, I don't want to be too biased in the DB room.
No, go ahead and say a DB because I want to follow up that question.
Please do. Yeah, I want to know too.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see Warren Roberson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think Warren, you know, he go hard every day too. You know, I just look for guys that like got that every day. You know, even when you don't feel like it, them dudes they still going hard. You know what I'm saying? And I think those two dudes that's right now like they definitely go hard every day and they showing like they want it.
Yeah, no, I love that. So I guess my question is, I'm a D lineman, defensive end. DBs and D linemen got a special relationship because when y'all do well, we do well, and vice versa. When we rush the passer well, y'all get picks. Yep. So we got that dynamic going. Looking towards next year, who specifically on the D line are you excited to see next year?
Yeah, on the D line. I'm excited to see Jere Bledsoe.
That's a name that keeps coming up.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Jere, man. Like Jere, he different. Like from his athleticism to his just who he is as a person. You know what I'm saying? You just get excited to see him make plays because you know that's who he is all the time. And you know, I think he kind of like starting to understand things more and more. So I'm definitely excited to see Jere next year.
He got that BGO.
Yeah.
And the ball get off, man.
He's an athlete for real. Murph called him a freak athlete, and that's coming from another freak athlete.
Murph don't even talk like that about people. He don't talk about nobody probably. That says a lot right there.
Jere he hit a backflip stand straight up. He one of them.
D line.
Yeah, he one of them.
I know.
Okay, I didn't know he was like that.
Yeah, flexible. All
different then. Okay.
No, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Well, who talks the most trash on this team? Who's the loudest person?
Gotta be out of the DB room.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the DB room, man.
It's gotta be.
I'm gonna just have to say the DB room, regardless, because I feel like we just the ones who bring that like that edge, and even if we not talking trash to them, we talking trash to each other.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's always something.
When I was playing, I don't even know if you guys did it. DJ, you remember the roll call?
Yeah, we had the roll call.
Did y'all see the roll call?
Nah, I was there.
What is the same? What is the same? What was y'all?
I forgot what we said, but
DBs was a money makers. I remember that.
Money makers.
We basically call out every position group, and then after that, we say what we are. Because the D line was like QB chasers. It was like D line QB chasers. DBs say money makers.
I remember that.
LB's backbone breakers.
Yeah, and we do it, and
then wide outs.
What was it? I forgot. DB shakers. They would piss us off. They would be like DB shakers. Like, yeah, shut that door.
I don't know where all these traditions went over time. South started here. All these
we might have to bring back the roll call. Roll call was clean.
Bro, Gavin, y'all losing recipes. I gotta tell you.
the coaches.
Y'all can make up y'all own stuff. But that DB's money makers, that was it, baby. That was it.
Kind of going back to New Orleans, just because this is a special place to me. I played out there, and I love the culture out there. Y'all produce a lot of athletes for as small as the state is. Growing up, who were some of the guys that you kind of looked up to that came out of New Orleans?
Yeah, you know, Easy Tyrann Matthew.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's got to be the first name.
You got Leonard Fournette.
Mm-hmm. Did you go to the same high school, St. Aug?
My brother did.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he was actually on the team, graduated same year as Leonard, so, you know, he played, and every time I go to watch my brother, you know, I'm watching Leonard too. So. Yeah, I got to watch him. Who else? You know what I'm saying? Stanley Morgan. It's a lot of guys that in New Orleans that kind of like I could kind of it was easy for me to like kind of want to like model myself after because seeing them come from what I come from, you know what I'm saying, and it kind of inspired me to like want to move and get out of my city and do something great.
Because you can relate to them. Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of doing something great, when you're done with ball, whenever that's gonna be, years down the line after the league, all that, what's the plan?
I think
What's the passion?
Real estate. I really don't know too much about it right now. I don't know too much.
That's all you need to know.
Y'all be coming in with a different mindset.
They do.
I love it, about real estate. What?
We want to talk about that. We know nothing about that.
I would have studied if you asked me that.
We got you when you're ready because that's what we help Tucker Dorsey get into
right.
Keller Williams. So man, whenever you want, like I'll take you in.
That's a good business to get into, though.
It is.
Especially out here.
Yeah, in this city. Well, Gavin, that was awesome, man. Thank you so much for taking the time, man. This was fun, and I think we're all pretty excited to see what you got coming next year. So thanks so much for coming, and hook 'em.
Appreciate it. Hook 'em.